I woke up to a miracle today. Triggers stay as I find my way. No judgment to lead astray. In this peaceful state I'll stay.
Welcome to A Course in Miracles in Practice. And what a place to be today as we arrive at this exploration of Lesson 364.
Yeah,
It really feels like we're nearing the culmination of this entire journey.
it really does. And for everyone joining us, you can always find us on social media at the World Harmony Project.
That's right. The TikTok and YouTube handle is at the World Harmony Project.
And if you'd rather use email, it's ACIM@theworldharmonyproject.org.
So we're working with a profound statement of willingness today. And it's one we've already begun, since this lesson is the same as yesterday's. We're really just settling into a sustained posture of consent.
It's a state of being.
Let's ground ourselves in the words themselves. I'll read the first part. Lesson 364. This holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge. For I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace.
And if I need a word to help me, he will give it to me. If I need a thought, that will he also give. And if I need but stillness and a tranquil, open mind, these are the gifts I will receive of him. He is in charge by my request, and he will hear and answer me, because he speaks for God my Father and his Holy Son.
That first statement. This holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge. That's everything we've been building towards, isn't it?
It's the whole practice in 2 sentences. We spent this whole year learning that our personal management is ultimately fruitless because the manager, the ego, is working with such limited, faulty information.
Right. And the lessons leading up to this one have been systematically preparing the ground for this consent. You can look back and see the logical progression. It had to start with a foundation of simple consent. And we saw that back in Lesson 361. That was the initial offering, the first moment of real willingness.
The moment where we finally acknowledge that maybe, just maybe, there's a better way to direct our experience than our own frantic planning.
Lesson 361 was that crucial recognition. Our own direction has only led to conflict, so we have to be willing to make an offering to a higher guidance.
It's the moment of saying, okay, I failed at this, I admit it, and I am willing for a change. That initial offering is what makes this continuous choice today even possible. The door has been opened.
And now we're just choosing to walk through it and stay there.
And once we made that offering, the very next step was just as crucial. We had to stop looking for proof that it was accepted.
That's Lesson 362. We stopped looking for confirmation outside ourselves, which brought us to Lesson 363, releasing our attachment to form. We accepted the answer is already present right here, but we were blocking it by searching for it in a different package.
So now, today, we're moving past that constraint. We're actually meeting the holy instant itself. And in doing that, we see the blocks arise. We observe the mind's mechanisms when the ego tries to return.
The moment we call for peace, the holy instant answers. But the reality for us as learners is that the blocks also rise up just as quickly to obscure it. We can really feel that resistance, those familiar things that keep us from perceiving the answer fully.
The first one, and it's often the heaviest, is this deep attachment to the past.
Oh, absolutely. The habit of replaying the past, specifically replaying what we did wrong, what we should regret.
And then the second major block is just on the opposite end of the timeline, attachment to the future.
If guilt manages the past, anxiety manages the future.
Absolutely. We are constantly planning, protecting, preparing for what might happen next. It's this endless need to manage tomorrow's expectations, to control all the variables we see as threats. Beyond time, though, there's another block. It's more subtle. It's the block of private thought.
Yes. We hold these private thoughts. Our specific judgments feel like they're ours alone. We think our individual insights are special.
Our entire experience feels separate, individualized, and therefore our suffering or our insight feels unique.
We cling to it. The idea that our personal assessment of a situation, our unique take on a relationship, our singular feeling of being wronged is somehow precious.
It enforces the boundary around our identity. It's like we're saying, the Holy Spirit can't speak to this because this situation is unique to me.
Which immediately separates us. And then there's the last one, the block of merit. The pervasive idea that we need to earn the instant.
The feeling that we're not ready yet, or we haven't done enough work, or we need to understand it all properly first. We're recognizing that this thinking keeps us out because it turns the instant into a goal. The holy instant isn't a state of perfection we achieve. It's a reality we simply consent to perceive. The only requirement is willingness.
When we stop trying to earn it, the instant simply is.
And when we do surrender those blocks, even for a moment, we move into it. We're in the instant.
And we experience direct knowing. It's a felt sense of certainty that needs no reference to the past, no anxiety about the future. It's a total shift.
The call is answered immediately. There is no lag time, no delay between the willingness to release a block and the receiving of the answer.
During that specific instant, we feel the absolute absence of those blocks we were just talking about.
The ego is absent. The thought patterns of regret, of planning, of private judgment, they just stop.
It aligns perfectly with the lesson's promise. If I need but stillness and a tranquil, open mind, these are the gifts I will receive. The certainty of the guidance is the peace.
But this is where the continuous practice really starts. Because that stillness, at least initially, is rarely sustained effortlessly.
We experience second guessing. Maybe I misunderstood that feeling. Maybe it wasn't comprehensive enough to really count as the holy instant.
This is why the instruction, be you in charge, it's not a one-time decision.
We keep choosing the holy instant in every moment after. We just offer the present moment to the Holy Spirit again. And when we feel ourselves reaching for that explanation, reaching to package the experience,
We offer the present moment again. It's a quiet decision, not a dramatic fight against our thoughts, just a simple return to the commitment. Be you in charge.
this continuous choosing is the entire practice now.
We're just recognizing when the ego is trying to return and we're choosing the instant instead. This is what sustains the state of reception. We see the holy instant is here, actively answering, and we just maintain our willingness to receive that answer.
We can see this whole mechanism play out in that specific experience we've talked about before with Allison and the license plate.
Right. From the context of Lesson 358, it's a perfect illustration of this entire process. The block, the instantaneous knowing, and then the challenge of what comes after.
She was caught in a really heavy guilt loop. It was rooted in a specific mistake she felt, defined her worth, her readiness for peace.
That repetitive feeling of guilt, that was the precise form of her call for help. The weight of that past was what she was offering up.
And when she became genuinely willing, the blocks just dissolved. The attachment to the specific guilt released. Her willingness made her mind available.
And then came the answer. Instantaneous. It's the license plate, DTH 309.
She experienced instant recognition. There was no thought process, no interpretation needed.
The symbol carried the immediate and complete message. So the instruction in Lesson 364 is our guide to sustaining Allison's quiet mind.
We're recognizing now that these final lessons are asking us to inhabit the teaching, not just analyze it more.
We're moving from a defined, scheduled practice into a simple, continuous, lived use. The focus shifts entirely from methodology to willingness.
These final lessons don't ask us to think more or to execute more complicated actions. There's no new spiritual technique to master here.
All the methods we learned this year have prepared us for this quiet surrender.
The requirement is just to stop managing the situation, to stop managing our thoughts, our reactions, our future state.
We're allowing the guidance that is already present to carry us forward, without our interference or strategic planning. The guidance is there the moment the interference stops.
This lesson feels like the specific point where self-direction ends.
It's achieved by simple, unwavering, continuous consent. The offering in 361 paved the way, but the sustained choice in 364 is what keeps us in the light. We just return to the declaration, be you in charge. This is the practice now, quiet and sustained.
We're so close to the end of this year of practice, and it's becoming so clear that the shift isn't intellectual at all. It's just a simple movement of the wheel. The guidance isn't waiting for us to be perfect.
It's just waiting for us to hand over the reins, right now. Thank you for being with us today as we explored Lesson 364. We will continue next time with the final lesson, Lesson 365.
For more information, or if you want to reach out, you can find us by email at acim@theworldharmonyproject.org or connect with us on social media at The World Harmony Project.